Hello, Robert.
Yes, hello.
Welcome. Have you been here before?
No, I have not.
I hope you enjoy the evening. It's the
Yeah,
bus is.
I'm not sure I have all the right stuff here.
I'm sure it'll be wonderful.
I mean, in terms of the picture, let's see, I'm not.
You pretty much you'll see the Bante. I would pin him. There's three dots in the corner, and you can pin him. And
Three dots in the corner. I don't see that. I
there
do.
should be a
Okay.
place where you can up in the top part of your
Oh, here
screen.
we go. Here we go. Share content, stop video, participants, mute.
Yeah, and then I'm going to be muting everybody in a moment and stopping the video. We have what's called video bombers that come in and
Okay.
don't do a
Stop
very
video, share content. Okay. I don't see any picture
There
though.
there should be up in the right-hand corner where it says mute, there's three dots. If you click one on the three dots,
Oh, yeah, I see that right in the middle for my case.
yeah, okay,
Then
click
then
that,
what do I
and then you
do?
should be able to pin. You should be able to pin the Bante Chandima, and
Okay,
you
let's
could
see if
get
I
him
can.
as the main screen. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you, Robert. Okay, welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I have to unmute that. Robert, you can go ahead and mute yourself, Robert. Okay, thanks.
Or mute. Let's see. How would I do that?
That should be. There's
Oh,
a little microphone thing, and you just click that. Okay.
I see. Let's see. Stop video. Mute.
Yes.
Did I do it?
Not yet. Try it again. Click it again. You should. It should.
There we go.
There you go. I think you're still.
Are these also live? One can participate here live.
Oh no. Well, no. This is pretty much a lecture.
All Zoom though, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and mute you. Okay.
Okay.
Have a good meeting and have a good meditation.
Right. So 8:30, here we are going to start. Then everyone, with a very calm mind, please say 3 times, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. So here Sadhu means, for those who don't know, Sadhu means, at the beginning, if we say Sadhu, that means we welcome. That is the ancient Asian way of welcoming. And then, so at the end, if you do that, or in the middle, if you do that, that means we appreciate something, right? We say thank you in a spiritual way. So this is the meaning of sadhu. And keep in mind, when you do this ancient tradition, so it is good if you know what you are doing, right? So if you know the meaning and if you do it, you can do it and you can connect with the emotions when you do that, right? Today is September 9. So September month has also started and 2 weeks has already gone. So we will practice Vipassana only during this month and next month. For Vipassana meditators, for Vipassana meditation practitioners, they only have 2 months remaining. Actually, not full 2 months, maybe around 7 weeks, or 7 Fridays, like that. So today I'm going to teach you to practice Vipassana. So earlier we were observing the sensations top to bottom, but since today You will starting from today, you will start observing the sensations of your body from bottom to top. But for new meditators who joined recently and online and in person, we ask to practice breathing meditation. So because as I always mention, if the rope of the bucket is not long enough, you can't take out the water from a well, right? So we have to prolong the rope. That means our concentration. For that, letting go of all our negativities and suppressing them, I will instruct you to practice breathing meditation as usual. But Vipassana meditators, now you have started the process of cleaning your mind. So let's say a ground is not clean. So you take a sweeper and you start sweeping. You clean and you take the trash out. So that process has already started. So gradually, with a very patient mind, right? Don't be hasty. So with a very patient mind, with a very calm mind, with a very equanimous mind, that means balanced mind, keep on observing the sensations from earlier from top to bottom. So now bottom to top, part by part, pitch by pitch. Don't imagine any sensation. Each and every sensation that you encounter should be very real, should be existing, not imaginary. So, so whatever the sensation it is, so let it be a comfortable one, uncomfortable one, and neutral one. So when you encounter any of those sensations, be aware the real nature of those sensations, and don't train your mind, teach your mind to go with the reality. Let it, whatever the outer nature of all those sensations are, the reality of them is the same. It might come with a nice cover or not nice cover. That means it can be comfortable, it can be uncomfortable. Whatever the sensation it is, it has the same characteristic nature. Impermanence, impermanence, impermanence. So understanding that, so just be a scientist, just be an observer. Scientist doesn't, he is just experimenting. He's not going to conclusions at once before he started the experiment. He or she observes the process, right? Just like that. Be a scientist and keep on observing. So during the Vipassana time, you also become a scientist. But you are not observing the outside stuff. You become a scientist a scientist who observes yourself. And you find out your own conclusions about your own body. Once Buddha told one Bhante once wanted to know about the world. So Buddha taught about these galaxies and then super galaxies and cluster of super galaxies. So nowadays we call them in those scientific names, but those days Buddha taught them as Sahasi Lokda, Disasi Lokda, and Tisasi Lokda. He had to mention those only because he had to teach about how the sound sound can transfer. So inside, when he was describing about that, he had to teach this. One Bhante was so interested in them, and he bothered the Buddha to teach about these words. And then Buddha said, if you really want to know the world, don't look at outside, look your inside. If you observe And if you understand about your body and mind, you will really understand the world, right? So you have started the process of understanding the world and taking out of your misunderstandings. So please work hard. Now, last time too, I taught you to develop awareness. So whatever the concentration that you develop, I ask you to practice them in the outside world too. If you just limit the concentration that you develop here just for the meditation time, that's not the right way of practice. So when you are doing your daily stuff, that's why I asked you to start with one daily action that you practice. Maybe eating, maybe so the time that you get down from the car, the time that you're driving, or the time that you get down from the car and go to the office, right? Or during the daily walk, or so whatever the thing during the so cleaning time, right? So I ask you to be aware. So like that, gradually you have to apply the concentration that you develop in your daily life, in your daily actions. That's how you safeguard the concentration that you develop, right? So you don't so peace and happiness, it should not be limited to the meditation time. It should be throughout your life. So if you want that, then you have to develop awareness, and you have to apply the concentration in everything that you do, so that the other negativities, thoughts related to the past, thoughts related to the future, they subside, and you stay connected with right now. Right? So when you are with this moment, then you can't be with the past. Past cannot come to you, right? And future cannot bother you. And so you will have a free mind, right? So if we have that ability, so if you have a good present, then definitely you can be assured that you will have a good future. But if you don't have a good present, it's impossible to have a good future. So connect the awareness with the present and live with right now. So but we need to understand the nature of us too. One nature of us is the autopilot system. In psychology, they call that nature autopilot system. That means, so when we are used to do certain activities daily, we think we do the same thing every day. But each and every moment are new, different, but we think we do the same. So when we do things, we just let those things happen, and we don't consciously involve. That's wrong. When you practice awareness, you have to consciously involve, understanding that each and every moment is unique, different, and you can't experience the same moment twice. Maybe you were brushing your teeth yesterday. You are brushing your teeth today. Maybe that's an habitual action, but both are two different moments, occasions, and different presents. Right? So be there. And that's how you need to practice and involve the awareness that you develop inside in your daily life, right? And if not, what will happen is the thing which happened to the monkey, right? In a Himalayan forest. So there was a monkey. So there was a hunter in a Himalayan forest. So this hunter wanted to catch monkeys. So what he did, he created an image of a monkey, and then he applied the sticky gum that he collected from a jackfruit. You know jackfruit, it has sticky gum. So it applied enough sticky gum of jackfruit, and then he kept that image at a road, at an area where the monkeys live. So the wise monkeys didn't come to the image since it didn't move, but there were many curious monkeys. So they came and looked at the image. So one of those monkey, it couldn't control its curiosity. It went closer to the image and hit its hand with its hand. Hand got stuck. Now it wanted to take its right hand out. So it hit the image with its left hand. It got stuck to it. Now both hands, he won't release both. So he hit the image with its right leg. Right leg got stuck to. Then it hit the image with its left leg. It got stuck to. Nothing to hit. It had its head. It hit the image with its head, and head got stuck to. We are like that. Various kinds of objectives come for the five senses. So for the eyes, forms; for the ears, sounds; for the nose, smells; for the body, touches; and for the tongue, tastes. You have to understand what are the important things to engage, what are the non-important things to engage. And whatever thing that you engage, you have to be aware they are impermanent. So then you can get away, you can be away from this sticky picture. If not, you will get stuck with just like that monkey. So with that message, of engaging awareness in your day-to-day life, let's start today's meditation. So new meditators, please practice breathing meditation. This is how you have to practice. So pay your entire attention towards your breath. When the breath is coming in, be fully aware that the breath is coming in. When the breath is going out, be fully aware that it is going out. If it is long, be fully aware. If it is short, be fully aware. If it is gross, if it is soft, please be fully aware. And whatever things that are related to you, don't think about those things right now. Please tell yourself that you are here to meditate. So give you everything and keep on observing the breath. So, dear all students, Vipassana meditators, please start observing the sensations from bottom to top. Please start with the tip of the toes. And then please observe the lower, that means lower leg area. So then after that, part by part, pitch by pitch, please observe the whole left leg. Then after that, start with the tip of the toes of right leg. And scan and move upward, part by part, pitch by pitch, observing the sensations. And then after that, start with your buttock area and observe the whole back area, part by part, pitch by pitch. Then after that, start with low abdomen area and please scan and observe the sensations of your whole front portion. Then observe the neck, start observing the tip of your fingers of your right hand and move on, observing part by part, pitch by pitch, with the sensations arising. And then start observing the right hand from the tips of its fingers, and then scan and move upward up to the shoulder area, right shoulder area. And then please observe the neck area. And then after that, the front area, start with the chin and move upward to the forehead area. Then after that, start with the ears and part by part, pitch by pitch, move upward up to the top of your head. Whatever the sensations that you encounter in each and every part of your body, be realistic, understand the reality. Each and every sensation is impermanent, changing. No I, no my, no my soul. All those sensations are different and changing continuously. No use of developing craving. No use of developing aversion. No use of developing hatred, jealousy, ill will, and other negativities. So let all those negativities go and let your whole mind to be purified. So from bottom to top, part by part, pitch by pitch, very calmly, keep on observing. Keep on observing. Now we are going to start the meditation. So everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight and head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. And now, please close your eyes, not very tightly, not very loosely, just to the level that you can let go the outer distractions. Now let your whole body to calm down. I will pay our respect to the Buddha, our gratitude to the Buddha. Then after that, let's start the silent meditation time. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokamidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattādeva manussanam muddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo Rangdittiko akaliko Ehi pasiko opanaiko Machatang veditammo vinyohite Zupanipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samici panipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadinang cattari purisa yugani Atte purisa punggala Esa bhagavato samaka sangho ahuneyo pahuneyo Nakineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuttarang Punyakitang Lokasati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, attentive mind, balanced and equanimous mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. Please start your meditation. If you are practicing breathing meditation as a newcomer, please practice it. We are practicing Vipassana. If you are an old student, please practice Vipassana. Whatever the meditation practice that you are practicing right now, may your meditation become very successful. Very successful. Now everyone, please start your meditation. But diligently, work very persistently. Newcomers keep on observing the breath which is coming in, which is going out, and be aware about the movement of your breath. Incoming breath, outgoing breath. Develop your entire focus and develop inner peace, inner concentration, inner happiness. Now, please keep your eyes closed. But new meditators, if your legs are paining, very slowly, very mindfully, with awareness, please, you can change your posture if you like. I encourage to stay the same, but if it is very painful, you can change your posture. But Vipassana meditators, they are asked to stay the same without changing the posture, eyes closed and unmoved. Now we are going to start practicing loving kindness meditation in breath. So calm down and let your whole body to relax before we practice loving kindness meditation in breath. Calm down. First of all, let's share our loving kindness with ourselves. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards yourself. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards our dear parents, our relatives, our teachers and friends. May my dear mom, may my dear dad, may my dear teachers, relatives and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread your loving kindness towards them. Now let's share our loving kindness with the neutral people. The people who are neither our friends, the people who are neither our enemies, the people in the middle. May all the neutral people, the people in the middle, be well. May they be happy. May they be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards the neutral people. Now let's spread the loving kindness towards our enemies, the people that we have grudges at. We also have negativities. The others also have negativities. Out of our negativities, we take wrong decisions, we do wrong actions towards each other. First of all, please forgive for the people that have hurt you. And at the same time, ask forgiveness from the people that you hurt. Spread loving kindness towards the enemies. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards the enemies. Now let's spread the loving kindness towards all the beings in this whole universe. Let them be human beings, animals. Let them be very small beings. Let them be very big beings. Let them be very strong or very weak. Let them have various kinds of differences by strength, by life, by appearance. Whatever the differences that they have, I share my loving kindness, regardless of any difference, with all the beings equally. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be very peaceful. Very peaceful. Spread your boundless loving kindness towards all the beings. All the beings. Now everyone, very slowly and calmly, please open your eyes. And now, take a deep breath. Let that breath go. Take another deep breath and let that breath go. Now calmly and very peacefully, join your palms together and place it 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, that is the end of silent meditation time. I request everyone to practice. I requested everyone to practice meditation at home at least 15 to 20 minutes every day. So majority of time should be dedicated. That means if you practice 20 minutes, 15 minutes at least should be dedicated to the main meditation practice that you do, that you practice. If you are if you are a practitioner who practices a breathing meditation as the main technique, so 15 minutes should be invested in breathing meditation. And if you are practicing, if you are an old student and Vipassana practitioner, then that Vipassana meditation practitioner should invest 15 minutes in Vipassana. If you can dedicate, I appreciate, but at least 15. The other 5 minutes should not be given to any. It should always should be given to practice loving kindness meditation. So every day we eat meal. When we eat meal, after the main meal, we have desserts, puddings, what else? Salads, and what else? Ice cream, and sometimes curd, right? Such kind of stuff. Just like that, the loving kindness meditation is the same. Make sure after the main meal that you take your dessert. So 5 minutes always should be the breathing, loving kindness meditation. So, and at the same time, I'm glad you are progressing. So, Vipassana meditators, please keep on observing, as I mentioned, the sensations from bottom to top. Today we started observing sensation, bottom to top. So, so it doesn't matter if you, so during the time that you dedicate, so that you allocate for Vipassana meditation, that you cannot observe the whole body. It doesn't matter. But make sure when you practice, the areas that you observe, that in the areas that you observe them well. So not don't make so imaginary sensations, right? So let the normal natural sensations to be felt, right? And observe those normal, natural, realistic, right now sensations, right? So that so that you will be able to develop more and more understanding about your body and your mind, right? So keep on observing from bottom to top, part by part, pitch by pitch, very patient, right? So the breathing meditators, the meditators who are practicing breathing meditation, we have to move slowly. Rome was not built within a day, and the flower doesn't bloom at once. So we had to wait. We had to work hard, little by little, step by step, right, Mason? Right? So, and then we have to develop gradually. Then when you could develop enough concentration levels, then that is the right time to practice Vipassana meditation, right? So for now, work ardently, very patiently, step by step, gradually. And at the same time, I taught you that you have to apply this very meditation technique in your day-to-day life. The concentration that you develop, you have to apply it in your day-to-day life. and it will lead so that then you develop right mindfulness, as I taught in the last week. Then right mindfulness is bound to help you to reach the eighth step of the Eighth Noble Path. What is that? Right concentration. No mindfulness, no concentration. Yes, mindfulness, yes, concentration. So let's say you are making an omelette at your home. And tonight you have to go for a party. So with your friends and relatives and somebody. Then while you are cooking it, you start to think about the party. And when you are thinking about the party, you remember that you will meet some people that you really like. Then you start thinking, oh, I will have a wonderful time. I should bring a present for the people to share. And so I will meet this person and we can talk about this and that and this and that. And at the same time, you remember about someone that you don't like. Then you remember, you freak out when you realize that you will meet the very same person that you don't like. Then you remember, I will do this to avoid that person. I will do that to avoid that person, like that. While the thought process is going on, you smell something like fried. Then you realize your omelette has become really fried. Fried to the depth, right? So these are real life experiences. Why this happens? Because of the lack of mindfulness. So if we don't develop the mindfulness in your day-to-day life, then it's hard to develop the right concentration. So the concentration, the awareness that you develop, please apply in your day-to-day life. So then what will happen is, since you go with that awareness throughout the day, the mind goes with the mind. It stays under a frequency. That means not up going, down going, like bizarre frequency. So it will stay with the smooth, nice, then balanced frequency. That is the way. Then it will help you to develop inner calmness and inner peace, and at the same time it will help you to safeguard inner peace and inner happiness. Right? When you sit and when you practice sitting meditation, you start to develop concentration. Then when you develop concentration, what you gradually then you develop 4 stages of concentration. 4 stages, but to read them, it takes time. It won't happen like this. You have to work hard for some time. So if you wish to read them, you won't be able to reach. Just what you need to do is you have to practice ardently. So staying with the present right now, with the reality, right now, with the reality, focusing, right? When you work like that, one day you'll reach there. So I will teach you about those 4 concentration levels. I don't know whether you will reach that level one day or not, but somehow I will teach you about the levels. So these are the 4 great fruits that someone gain by practicing this concentration meditation techniques. It doesn't matter someone is a Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, atheist, agnostic, or anyone, they all can read these levels. So in the modern era, there are Bhantes like Buddhist Bhantes like Ajahn Chah, and there are so many Bhantes who read these levels. And there are great Hindu teachers like Ramana Maharshi and Paramahansa Vivekananda, and there are so many. And then after that, there are giant priests. So who read these levels? Whoever practice concentration meditations based on the reality, not with fantasy, with the reality, they can read these 4 kinds of concentration levels. So it takes time, it takes dedication, but you can reach. So they don't copy from, so those teachers, they don't copy from each other. But when they describe about those experiences, they are exactly the same. Why? Because there are actually those kinds of 4 stages anybody can reach, and they have reached those, right? So you will learn a theoretical knowledge, but gradually you will reach there. At least you will see signs of them. So let's say there is a road, there is a long road, and so you are here, and but you can see the road. Even though you didn't reach the end of the road, while sitting here, you see certain landmarks of that road. Oh, there is a banyan tree. Or there is a junction. Or there is a small rock. It's a big rock or a small rock. Like that, you see certain things. When you start to develop the concentration to a certain level, you will be a person like that. Then you will start feeling enormous joy, right? So much joy. And it's not something that you have experienced before. And you think, oh, there is something like this. Oh, then those sages, how much those sages might have felt when they were practicing, right? Like that, you will start realizing them in a small way. But those who read those great stages, they experience these in a bigger quantity, and those cannot be described with words, right? So first kind of concentration, first level of great concentration that someone reach. So this stage is called as Patama Jhana. Patama Jhana, that means first level of great concentration. So when we read this level, so inside our mind, there are certain natures. One thing is, so whenever we think, first of all, it needs an objective. This psychological phenomenon is called as, according to Buddha, so vitakka. According to Buddhist psychology, it's called as the nature of vitakka. And then, so with that objective, you go around that objective. Let's say a cake. Then you remember a cake. When I say a cake, you remember a cake. Then after that, you start to remember what's a cake. You remember, oh, it has vanilla, it has cocoa, it has chocolate, it has this cream, that cream, stuff. Remembering the cake straight away, it's the objective. And then Buddhist psychology, vitakka. Then wandering around it with detail, it's called vichara. When we reach the first stage of great concentration, this doesn't go away completely, but it subsides. So no many objectives, And because of that, no much wanderings. Reality comes and goes. But that person is not completely free of this nature. Right? Please listen very carefully. If not, you won't understand. I'm talking about deep levels of depths of the mind, natures of the mind, right? So this goes down. And then what happens? So the body starts to feel comfort, not discomfort. So you also feel comfort after the meditation. Not that one. This is a deeper one. The body comes to a particular rest while walking, while talking, while doing everything. It becomes to a certain level of rest, and the mind reaches to a level of rest. Right? We call this the level of solace. Right? And then inside there blooms a great joy. A great joy. And so, and there is this comfort beyond the general experience. There is comfort and happiness beyond the general level, but it's not overflowing yet. So with this stage, the meditator keeps on meditating. So this level is called as the first stage of concentration. So in the first stage of concentration, less objectives and less wanderings around those objectives. And then there is happiness, but not overflowing. There is comfort, but not overflowing. And the body has come to a great rest. Mind has come to a great rest. Right now, in our minds, we wander. We keep on wandering. No rest. But they have come to rest. Then, when they practice, when they multiply this stage of mind, what happens? The first two, objectives and the ability, the nature of wandering, it fades up. They fade away. Now, no more wandering, no objective. Then the mind doesn't take any objective, and so no wandering at all. And then they are that person develops a concentration without those two, and then the happiness, it becomes full. It becomes full, but doesn't overflow yet. The happiness, it doesn't overflow, but it becomes full. Let's say there is a vessel and you fill it with water, and water feels closer to the mouth, but it's not flowing, just like that. So the whole body, it has happiness, fully filled with happiness and comfort too. Then what happens when that person multiplies this second stage of concentration? That person's the joy, it goes and overflows, right? Overflows, and finally the liking nature to the happiness, it also goes. So whenever you experience something again and again and again and again, you don't like it, you disregard it, right? Just like this air. So you are so used to it, you don't care about it. Just like that, when we have multiple experiences continuous for a long time with joy, overflowing joy, the addiction to that great joy, it also goes away. Then mind subsides, and they are in that mind, there only remains remains the comfort, boundless comfort. Nothing else than comfort. This stage is called a third level of great concentration. Let it be a Buddhist person, Hindu person, Christian person, Muslim person, or Jain person, whoever reaches this stage, that person is called as a person who achieved the third stage of great concentration. And number 4, that comfort, this person multiplies the third stage of great concentration. And what happens? The mind itself let go of the comfort too. We do everything for comfort, but when it comes to boundless comfort, you don't. The mind finds out this is not the end. This is also bad for a greater peace. So mind itself let go of that great comfort too. And then finally, we read the 4th stage of concentration. Mason, can you understand? Right. Okay. If you have questions, you can ask. So if you have questions too, you can ask. So, but I think you can understand the adults. So, now the equanimity, balance of mind is only there, nothing else. What is this equanimity means? Either I don't want or neither I want. Whatever it is, let it be. No attachment. But still, we have to understand, if you haven't developed wisdom, if you have only concentration, the negativities are still not gone. They are there, but they are suppressed. And they are level, but they stay all the way in. And this 4th stage of concentration is also impermanent. If you don't multiply, gradually it will lose. And so, let's say there's a person who makes ropes, right? So you make the rope and you swell, right? Yeah, you twist and twist and twist and twist until the twist is there. The rope remains with the same twist. But whenever you let go of the twist, gradually, very fast, it will go, and the rope will get loose. So just like that, until you keep on practicing the 4th stage of concentration, you will remain there. But if you don't, then you will get after some time, you will lose that particular concentration level. So first one, in brief, I'll teach you 4 similes that Buddha gave about these 4 levels of concentration. First level of concentration is similar to a stage of a freed prisoner. There is a person who is imprisoned, maybe because of a reason or because of his enemies. So this person is imprisoned for a long time. And then after a long time, this person is released. So then this person feels a great joy. This person feels, oh, I am free now. I'm not under anybody. I don't have any obligations from anyone. I can do whatever I want. So I have freedom. Thinking like that, this person generates enormous amount of joy. So the person who reached the first stage of concentration feels such kind of a joy of freedom, right? But and then the second concentration level is described with this simile. So there is a spring pond. Spring pond means, so there's a water source, and it doesn't have any outer water source, right? From north, south, west, or east. So because of that water source which comes from the earth, the pond fails. There is no any rain too. So the water which comes from the water source, it fills the pond to the top level, right? And then it spreads its coolness to the route, to the north, to the south, to the west, to the east of the pond. Just like it is similar to the stage of second level of concentration. Third level of concentration is similar to a lily flower, which is which is blossomed inside water, but which hasn't surpassed the level of water. From top to bottom, it is cooled. It is cooled by the water. Just like that, the mind is completely at comfort, right? And then finally, the final stage of concentration is similar. Buddha gave a simile about it. So that concentration level is similar to a person who is clothed, who is completely covered with a white cloth. So there is no part of that person can be seen. The whole body is covered with the white cloth. Just like that, the balance of mind, the equanimity of mind has covered each part of the mind of that person. So these are the 4 kinds of concentration levels that we develop. So you don't have to develop your mental level up to this level to reach the final stage of enlightenment. But if you reach these levels, it becomes very helpful. Because right now, with your sensitivity, your concentration, you cannot observe only a certain level of sensations. Let's say, that's why sometimes you say, Bante, I was observing this particular area, I didn't feel any sensation. That happens because the sensitivity of your mind has not developed to that depth level. But when you develop your sensitivity up to this kind of a level, you start to feel the whole body, not only the sensations on the top of your skin. You start feeling the sensations, that various kinds of sensations that arise inside your nerves, inside your kidneys, inside your stomach, each and every place. So that's why it's useful. Somehow when you develop these concentration levels, then it becomes easier for the meditator to observe the sensations. And it becomes easier to maintain the awareness throughout the day. And by that way, that person cleans, get rid of the negativities faster, and attains the real peace, and eternal happiness faster, and becomes a person with the great solace, Nibbana. Right? So these are these 4 are the things called as the levels of right concentration, the right concentration. So now you can understand. We start the journey with right understanding. We realize that everything is changing, impermanent. And there is nothing that you can, since everything is impermanent and changing, there is no any eternal thing that we can call as I, my, or my. There is no any eternal one. So understanding that, you develop the right concept. You develop with that understanding, you develop the right concept. So what are the right concepts? You determine, you develop the concept of non-violence. Whatever it happens, I'm not going to harm anyone. And at the same time, because of ignorance, since I didn't understand about this impermanence, this reality, I developed strong amount of negativities. I should get rid of all the negativity. And then whatever it happens, I won't get angry. I won't develop various kinds of aversions. So these are three kinds of concepts that you develop with. Because of those three right concept, you develop right speech. It's not the time to describe. Then you develop right actions, and you start to develop a right living, a harmless life. So, and then at the same time, you start developing right effect to get rid of the negativity that you already do have, and to continue the positivity that you already do have, and not to start the negativity that you already not have, and to start the positivity that you don't have. And then it helps you to develop right mindfulness. And right mindfulness helps you to develop right concentration. So with the help of all three, we realize the nature of this whole world, which is non-sectarian, which is universal, and then we achieve the eternal peace, eternal happiness, nibbana with it. This is the path, right? So I hope you'll practice. It doesn't happen, as I mentioned, like this. You have to work hard. You have to understand. Slowly, little by little, we practice. Each and every step that you keep forward, it brings you solace. It brings you happiness. It brings you comfort. It brings you peace. So if a small step in your practice gives that much peace and happiness, that much positivity, when you read the end, how much you might have. Unimaginable. So little by little, let's practice. Let's practice very ardently. Now this is the time to conclude. Everyone, please. Sorry about taking another 15 minutes. So now everyone, please think. Together, all of us practice this noble meditation technique, this non-sectarian meditation technique, and accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of this positive energy, let's wish. May all our difficulties be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. May this positive energy be with all the sick people in the world. May they be healthy. And practicing this noble non-sectarian meditation technique very ardently, may we be able to come out of all our negativities. May we be able to develop all the positivities within, becoming very compassionate, very loving, very kind, caring people. May all of us be able to attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, nibbana. With those thoughts, everyone join your palms together and please concentrate for the short blessing. Abhivadana silise nichang vada pachaino chattaro dhamma vaddante ayuvang sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vache Ato nibbana sampatti iminate samijjato. Sadhu,
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 sadhu.
sadhu.
May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be peaceful and blessed. Sukhi hotu. See you all in the next week. Sukhi hotu. Yeah, wait for a moment, please. Good night, Mr. Huat.
Good night, Bhante.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Right. Good night, Jaime.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you.
Yeah, good night. And good night, Sahana and Arjit.
Good night, Bhante. Today the meditation was very good.
Oh,
I was
right.
really able to concentrate.
Oh, very nice, very nice. I'm glad
Thank,
for you. Is Mr.
thank you
Arjit
so
there
much,
too?
Bhante. No, he couldn't be there, Bhante. He actually had some work, so only I was able to attend. That's why I could not come in person.
Oh, right, right. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Bhante.